तुझसे राहते, तुझसे चाहते, तू जो मिली एक दिन मुझे, मैं कहीं हो गया लापता। ओ जाने जा दोनों जहां, मेरी बाहों में आ भूल जा।
Vine is peacefully asleep in her bed, wrapped snugly in her blanket, until her mother burst into the room with a dramatic flare. Vine, don't you want to go college today? Get up, you lazy ass! Vine groans and buries her face deeper into the pillow. Mom, 5 minutes more! Mother snatches the blanket away, revealing Vine's disgruntled face. 5 more minutes? Huh? In 5 minutes, I could have cooked breakfast, solved world hunger, and written a novel. Get up, lazy bones! Vian pouts, still half asleep. But I don't want to go college today. Mother raises an eyebrow, unimpressed. Oh, really? And what's your excuse this time? The floor is too cold? Or my bed misses me? Vian mumbles something unintelligible into her pillow. Mother shakes her head in mock disappointment. Well, I guess I will have to inform you, Professor, that you are absent because your bed is too cozy. They'll be thrilled to hear that. With a final eye roll, Mother leaves the room, muttering something about teenagers and their love affair with sleep. As Vian's mother exits the room, Vian's phone begins to ring, startling her from her half-sleep state. She fumbles for her phone and answers in her sleepy voice. Hello! Lisa's excited voice fills the room, causing Vian to perk up slightly. OMG, Vian, you won't believe what happened with Jungkook. Vian's sleepiness starts to fade away as she becomes more attentive. Tell me everything. Lisa starts recounting the juicy details of her romantic encounter with her boyfriend, and Vian's eye widen with excitement. No way! That's amazing! Suddenly energized by the gossip, Vian jumps out of the bed and starts getting ready in a hurry. You have to come to class today. I need to spill all the tea. Vian's mother, who had been eavesdropping outside the door, bursts back into the room, her expression a mix of shock and disbelief. Wait, you're actually getting up willingly? Is this the apocalypse or something? Vian shoots her mother a playful smirk as she rushes to get ready. Sorry, Mom, duty calls. Lisa got some major gossip and I can't miss it. Her mother shakes her head, resigned to the chaos of her daughter's mood. Teenagers and their priorities. Well, at least you're finally getting out of the bed. As Vine rushes out of the room, her mother can't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Vine rushes into the classroom and she finds all the eyes on her, including those of her crush, Tiong, who is also her professor. He clears his throat and calls out her name, his gaze piercing. Miss Vine, care to explain why you're fashionably late to my class? Vine was trying to come up with a realistic excuse but only manages to spell out something absurd. You see, Professor, I got stuck in the traffic. Yeah, that's it. Ting raises an eyebrow, clearly unimpressed by her excuse. Alright, well, let's try to avoid that fake traffic in future, shall we? Please take your seat. As Vian makes her way to her seat beside Lisa, Tiong's gaze follows her, causing her cheeks to flush with embarrassment. Meanwhile, Lisa nudges Vian, whispering excitedly about the latest gossip. Girl, you won't believe what happened last night. Vian leans in eagerly, temporarily forgetting about the awkward encounter with Tiong. Tell me everything. Tiong from the front of the class can't help but overhear their conversation and rolls his eyes playfully. Miss Vian, I hope the gravitational pull of gossip doesn't distract from calculus. Vian giggles nervously, realizing she's been caught red-handed. Sorry, Professor, I promise to focus from now, she said and again got busy with Lisa silently. After class, Tiong stops Vian from leaving her alone with him in the room. Lisa winks at Vian, teasing her about having some romantic moments with her crush. Looks like it's just you and Professor. Dreamy. Now let's get ready for some love equations. Vian's cheeks turn as red as tomato as she playfully swears at Lisa, feeling both embarrassed and excited. Shh, Lisa, it's not like that. Ignoring Lisa's teasing, Vian gathers her courage and approaches Taeyong, who looks at her with a mixture of concern and amusement. Taeyong gestures for Vian to stand in front of him, taking out her failed exam paper. Why? And I noticed your grades haven't been great lately. Is something bothering you? Why nervously shifts from foot to foot, avoiding Tiang's gaze. Well, you see, I've been a bit distracted. Thiang raises an eyebrow, waiting for her to continue. Vian, feeling her face burn, mumbles almost incoherently. It's just you're really hot. Sorry, did you say something? No, sir. I will try to do better next time, she said and pouted, looking down. Vian, care to explain? We're constantly late and chatting away with Lisa during lectures. I hope you're not too busy planning your future wedding. Vian, with a playful glint in her eye, leans in closer to Jiang, her voice barely above a whisper. Oh, Professor, if you only knew how distracting you are. Vian, come here, stand closer to me. Jiang motions for Vian to come closer, a smirk playing on his lips as he watches her approach. So, Miss Vian, what do you think would be an appropriate punishment for failing the exam and being consistently late to the class? Vian, feeling a bit confused by the situation, innocently asked, Are you going to punish me, Professor? Young's smirk widened as he leans in closer, his voice low and seductive. Oh, of course I will punish you, but don't worry, I know you will enjoy it. Vian's eye widened at his seductive tone, feeling a mix of nervousness and excitement. Young then reveals his punishment with a mischievous glint in his eyes. Your punishment is to do the dare which Lisa did with her boyfriend. He suddenly leaned back. Did you heard that? She said with her eyes widened. Yeah, you both were so loud that your teeth were audible to me. While jaw dropped in disbelief at his request, her cheeks flushing crimson. Kissing all your moles. But how can I do this, Professor? Come on, time is running. Do I have to repeat it again? He said, giving her a glare. Are you sure, sir? You look deep into his eyes. Young chuckled softly, enjoying her reaction. Yeah, sit here and let's start it. He said, pointing towards his lap. Vine slowly went towards him and sat on his lap while he grabbed her waist tightly. Vian's heart races at the thought of the intimate punishment, feeling both nervous and strangely intrigued by Tiang's seductive demeanor. She sighed and held his right hand while kissing the side of his pinky slowly. You know it pretty well, don't you? Ignoring his words, she went near his neck. Well, she wanted it too. She always wanted him. She loves him crazily. Josie were also enjoying it, but not as much as she was still not sure why Tiang is letting her do so. Thiong, on the other hand, had his eyes closed. She went near his neck and kissed on his mole. He opened the first button of his shirt and pointed on a mole which was on the left side of his chest. Wine gulped as she saw his bare chest exposed in front of her. He's intentionally seducing me this much, she said in her mind. She gave him a glance and went near his chest, closing her eyes tightly, and slowly kissed it as he moaned, leaning his head on the chair with his eyes closed. Then he kissed his nose, his forehead, his left cheek, under his right eye, and he backed away. Done, sir. Are you sure it's done? Sir, I'm really not getting why you're letting me do this with you. She said and took some steps backward. Young stood up from the chair and walked towards her until he trapped you between his arms and the walls. You're not that innocent, are you? Tell me clearly. You missed one here, he said, pointing his lips. But, sir, she was in between her sentence when Tiang attached his lips with hers and kissed her passionately. She widened her eyes from his sudden action. She froze at one spot while he was kissing her roughly and hungrily. He started kissing her waist as she wasn't responding to his kiss. She slowly gave in, but still she didn't match his pace since he was too rough. Soon she became a weak under him, and he took the advantage of it and explored every corner of her mouth with his tongue. Soon she was out of breath, so she tapped on his shoulder and he slowly pulled out. Sir, why did you kiss me? Don't call me sir now, it's staying for you, baby girl, he said, kissing her head. What do you mean? I know you like me, Vian. You can't hide it anymore. But what about you? You stopped in between the sentence and looked for the answer into his eyes. Yeah, I also love you, Vian. I like you from the day we met. Your voice, your presence, everything about you. I love you so much. Really? You love me? She was so happy as well as excited and she kissed him instantly. Yeah, Ryan, I really love you so much. Would you like to be mine? Yes, Sam, I would love to be yours. With this, they shared a passionate kiss.